Jess, wonderful. Jess, will you kick us off, please?
I would love to. So hello, my name is Jess Pettit. I am your Zoom DJ. So I will shortly be turning off my video camera, but I am going to be running the slides behind the scenes, presenters. I will be the one moving the slides. So spoiler alert, that's my job. So I am here to introduce my weird friend, Caitlin Nye, who originally, she'll talk more about this, but originally did something like this for her birthday, only to top a bathtub birthday party that we had for her in the middle of COVID. So we were trying to make it better and better and better, and now here we are again. So I am honored to be your Zoom DJ. If you have any technical problems, you are welcome to reach out to me directly. But I am going to turn things over to Caitlin, and I'm going to stop my video. Have a great night, y'all. Here's Caitlin.
Hi, everybody. Jess, thank you so much. I have been very much looking forward to doing this. And as Jess rightly points out, we are getting actually very close to the fundraising goal. So why are we all here? Well, we're here to raise money for abortion access, specifically for one abortion fund, which is called Fund Texas Choice, which is a practical aid and mutual aid organization that is helping folks in Texas access abortion care. I'm going to go ahead and, what is the fundraising goal? That is such a great question. Our fundraising goal for this event is $2,000. And as of right at this exact moment, we are at $1,529. So in December of 2022, we did an event just like this where people presented slide decks that they had never seen before, created by other people at the party. And we had so much fun. I wanted to do this again as part of the National Network of Abortion Funds Spring Fund-a-thon event. So if you go to the link for our fundraising event, you will see the overall fundraising goal for this organization is $15,000. We have already contributed $1,500 of that, which is pretty awesome. And our goal for tonight is $2,000. Also, I think it's worth pointing out that within the last 24 hours, this organization has gotten a matching donor involved. So donations that have been made in the last day or so have been matched, which is helping us get even closer to our goal. Feel free, if you like, to continue to contribute to this fund over the course of this evening. I'm going to go ahead and switch out Jess's slides for mine just for a brief moment so that I can tell you a little bit more about this organization. Here we go. So that QR code gets you the same exact place as the link that I dropped in the chat, which is to our fundraising page. Fund Texas Choice. In just the first half of last year, they were able to assist 567 clients from Texas. You can see that the distance that folks have had to travel, and also that even before the Dobbs decision last year, Texas passed an abortion ban in 2021 known as SB 8, which led to a 14-fold increase in driving distance to get an abortion for folks seeking abortion care from the state of Texas. So this is really important, and this is, there are definitely folks from Texas who have likely had to come to your state to get an abortion, including up here in New York. So this felt really urgent and really important, and I appreciate all of your contributions. So how is this going to work? You saw a quick preview of Jess's slides. She's going to go over the, rules momentarily, but basically how this will work is we will go through the presentations. We have 7 in all for this evening, after which point you, the audience, will get to vote for the best slides and the best presentation of someone else's slides. There is no rubric. This is a free-for-all based largely on hilarity and vibes. So please pay attention to all of the presentations so that you can make your choice at the end of the evening. And then here's the most important question for the presenters and people who develop their slides. What do you get if you win? Well, mostly bragging rights, but also in addition to bragging rights, you will receive a swag pack mailed to you of amazing, cool tchotchkes that are all abortion related from our good friends at Shout Your Abortion. So if that's not an organization you're familiar with, I will drop that in the chat later on. But I'm super excited to have everybody here, and thank you for joining, and thank you for playing for those who are going to be playing. I'm going to turn it back over to Jess's slides just for a moment so that we can see what the ground rules are, because what would a
No.
Zoom karaoke PowerPoint event be without ground rules? Take it away, Jess.
Without ground rules, with a triple Virgo, never going to happen. So the rules of this particular event, rule number 1 is to have fun and raise money, pretty please. So a couple people already chatted me directly about, oh, I want to donate money. Great, use that QR code or the link in the chat, donate money, and a matcher person will donate it. That is the whole point. Rule number 2 is each presenter, you should know who you are, has been pre-assigned by Caitlin and I, so we're to equal blame for someone else's slide deck. So if you have not seen one of these things, what this means is that the presenter is going to be given a slide deck they have not seen, and they will be making a presentation off of said slide deck that they have not seen. That slide deck was created by one of the other presenters, hence the poll, best slide deck, best presenter. The slide decks have been, I've been practicing this word, anonymized, and you have been assigned a slide deck that was created by someone you don't know. Remember the rules of improv, yes and no punching down. We're here to have fun, people. Rule number 4, slides will move every 30 seconds-ish based on my unmedicated ADHD and a timer. And if you are like, this is the longest 30 seconds I've ever had on a slide, I don't understand, you can say next slide and I'll move the slide faster than 30 seconds. So feel free to do that at any time. Where plagiarism is not encouraged, citations seem to be relatively scarce as far as where the photos come from, what fonts we're using. So we're just going to blatantly say the interwebs. That's where things were found. And if they are specified, gold stars to you. PowerPoint formatting issues, typos, and other errors are entirely intentional to add comedic content to this event. I actually did take these amazing PowerPoints and tried to put them all into one giant PowerPoint presentation, and everybody's amazing details, etc., got lost. So you're going to bear with me while I grow increasingly frustrated and have performance anxiety, because I'm going to be opening a PowerPoint deck for each individual presenter so that all the beauty can show up. You're going to deal with it, and I'm going to love it, and then I'm going to take a nap. Then when necessary, please refer to rule number 1, which again is to have fun and raise money. Questions or concerns about the rules? Do I have a motion to move forward with this rule deck?
So here's the thing. I spent 2 hours in a faculty meeting today. I'm going to motion that we take a break from Robert's Rules of Order. Thanks. That'd be great.
Well, I wasn't using Robert's Rules of Order because I'm actually not a patriarchal dickwad. I was just if we move forward.
We can move forward. I have a very important late breaking announcement, which is we have not even had the first presentation, and we are already over our fundraising goal, everybody. We have just cracked $2,029. Thank you all. We don't have to stop there, but we should go forward with the very first presenter.
Let's see what happens. Okay, well, there's one more, the plan, because again, triple Virgo. So rule number 1 is to have fun, raise money. Number 2 is that each presenter will find out when they are going in real time, surprise. And we will all see the title deck in real time at the same time. And then that's when I will stop share, open up another PowerPoint deck. After each presentation, we will get a fundraising update from Caitlin. After all the presentations, an audience member can nominate themselves. Those of you that are not presenting, you can nominate yourself by messaging Caitlin directly to do one more surprise presentation if you like. Come on, I dare you, because I made a silly deck. And if you are interested in doing my silly deck, which is not part of the poll, you can be a participant and challenge yourself and do a presentation at the end. And then the poll results will come out of best deck and best presentation, and prizes will abound. Great. That is all of my general announcements, I think. Caitlin, anything else?
Nope. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Anybody else? Any questions, concerns? All right. Fantastic.
Great. I'm not seeing any. Okay, wonderful. Then here's the fundraising link again in the QR code if you'd like to take a screenshot or something. First up, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Yeah. Yes, if your name is Pat, that's you.
My name is Pat.
Oh my God, It's gonna be
What a time we're having. My name is Pat.
so great. Okay, let me turn my video off so that I don't have to watch that anymore. Stop video. Bye. Okay,
I will do the same thing for all of your sakes. I will turn my video off now so you don't have to look at my face.
no, that's not how this works.
Oh, okay. That's on me.
So, Pat, your slide deck that I will be opening is Sudoku sucks. 6 reasons why you should be doing crossword puzzles instead. I know we're starting out with high drama here. We're going to put this in play from the start, and I'm going to put your screen. There you go. And sharing. Pat, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, friends, I do want to say tonight's topic is, of course, Sudoku sucks. And I'd like to give you 6 reasons as to why it should be done, where we should all be doing crossword puzzles instead. And this is honestly something that's very close to my heart. So this is going to maybe be a lot more emotional than I thought we were wanting to start with. But it's important to me that we all truly walk away with this feeling the same way that I feel, because it's miserable. Now, rule number 1 is I'm Rachel. That is what we know about me. I'm gonna take a pause, or am I? Why should I? I am your Rachel and you are mine. And I have a Bob in a closet somewhere upstairs because we all have the Rachel somewhere in our hearts. Now, as you can tell, first of all, there are 2 kinds of jumbles in the world. One jumble has little black squares in it, and one jumble has numbers that if you put in a line, they're still confusing as goddamn crap. So let's look at words that make sense for people. Words are beautiful. They can charm, they can enlighten, they can harm if need be. Numbers, on the other hand, drone. They just drone. They are not beautiful. They are not graceful. They are, in fact, blech. I think numbers should just, I mean, if I look at them, I'd be like, I mean, come on. If you were Spanish, this would be worse. Because in Spain, as we all know, and in Mexico and any other Spanish-speaking country, they use the word, they don't even use numbers there. They don't believe in alphanumeric numbers. They simply write words, which seems like that would solve both these problems, but no, it's worse because you think it, and then you go, oh, that's a number, and now I'm thinking numbers, and then my nose starts to bleed, and then it's worse. It is, what I'm saying is that it's worse. Plus, you have to learn how to translate. Words are much greater than numbers, as I just need to point that out to you. Now, oh, is that French? Oh God. Okay, anyways, listen, friends. The third thing that I do need to say is look at this. Look at these people. Look at how happy they are. This is just one of a myriad of examples that you can find on the internet of people enjoying themselves while playing a crossword puzzle. This man, on the other hand, aside from the fact that he tried to get into the Sudoku puzzle, his wife has left him. That's why he's so sad, because he tried and now his significant other is gone forever. Only single numbers are allowed, and only single people are allowed to play Sudoku, because that's what happens to your life. It crumbles. It destroys itself. I think that this is my high school class of gentlemen, and all of them were incels, except for that one person from The View, who also went to my high school. They love Sudoku. So that's the thing that we need to associate in our brains and our hearts. Most Sudoku puzzles are made by computers, not computer people. So think that through in your brain pans. Fifth of the most important is white space. The white space in a crossword puzzle is inviting. The white space in a Sudoku puzzle is infuriating because you know what goes there, and it's a 1 through 10. That's a limitation, and I don't believe in them. A few words about Sudoku, which has not, so this, as you can tell, for those of us who are well versed, this is clearly the writing of and the font used in the New York Times, which is the only real crossword puzzle out there. The rest of them are made by this man, he's a racist. He looks nice, but that guy's a mad racist. Is that Will Shortz? No, it's not. That's a racist. Now, the numbers that we have to work with are only to be written in the blood of our enemies. If you have to undergo a Sudoku puzzle, red is the color as to use. Crosswords can be made. I need to say this one. This is not, I don't usually like to read my slides, but crosswords are made to be screwed up. They are to be experienced. They are to be learned as we go. Because as we know, the English is a beast. And there are many words that mean the same thing. For instance, the word cat means one thing. The word jackass means the same damn thing. So that's, now we know those are the same. In conclusion, if you are doing Sudoku, you're a racist. Crowns for all. Because you are you're not a racist, is what I'm saying. Fuck you, Sudoku, and fuck you, Hitler. So next time you look at a Sudoku, you're welcome.
This is way harder when there's bullet points. Okay.
All right, everyone, while we wait for the next slide deck to appear, I have an important update, which is that we are now at $2,129 raised for this fundraiser. So thank you, everybody. I'm putting the link back in the chat. Feel free if you like. We are, and in fact, the overall fund, Texas Choice, that is harder to say out loud than I would have imagined, but the overall fund Texas Choice fundraising campaign is now at $12,039. So just in the time that we have been spending together this evening, we have gotten them closer to their overall goal of $15,000. So thank you all so much. Jess, are we ready with the next slide deck?
We are, and because I'm scared, I'm going to open the wrong one. Rachel, are you ready? Guess what your topic is? Did I do it right? No, sure didn't. I am an amateur, which, by the way, I do this for a living. Not embarrassing at all. Okay. Is that working? Yes, that's working. Rachel, you're up next. And your topic is fortified with Vicodin. Are you prepared?
I have never been more ready for anything in my life because I spend so much time thinking about cereal mascots. So I'm ready to go.
Wait, here you go.
Fortified with Vicodin, Diagnosing Cereal Mascots is the title of today's talk, in which we will be diagnosing cereal mascots and presumably discussing also what they've been prescribed to handle all of those various diagnoses. Next slide, please. First up, the cookie crook. I mean, this one's pretty obvious. It's right there in the name. He is a crook. He is a kleptomaniac, obviously. It's like, you know, not the hardest diagnosis I've ever had to make. I am a doctor, making diagnoses on the regular. The cookie crook, you can see the bag with the stolen cookies in it. He even incorporated some into his outfit, which kind of gets us into maybe a different diagnosis. That's not like, but yeah, and I would say that one's pretty straightforward. So, I think is my internet okay? Am I breaking up? Okay. Lucky the Leprechaun. First of all, terrifying. Look at that face. Second of all, diagnosis. Again, pretty straightforward. This man is paranoid. He is constantly running away from children that he thinks are trying to steal his Lucky Charms. And like, I'm sorry, dude, they're not that expensive. No one's trying to steal your Lucky Charms. We can all go to Kroger and get them for like a few bucks. No one wants them. Also, they're gross. Okay. So put it out of your head, Lucky the Leprechaun. Third of all, Sunny, the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, cuckoo bird. Addictive personality disorder. Clearly, all of his decisions revolve around when he can get his next fix of Cocoa Puffs. Now, I'm not to stigmatize, Cocoa Puff use disorder, but this man clearly needs treatment. Fourth, the Trix rabbit. Clear diagnosis again, arrested development. He has never progressed beyond, you know, I don't know, it looks like age 7, right? This is the behavior, not of a 63-year-old rabbit, but of a child. And clearly this can be traced to some sort of trauma in his rabbit childhood, his bunnyhood, if you will. His obsession with tricks, which are for kids, and yet he wants them so badly, just clearly illustrates arrested development. Next up, Toucan Sam. Toucan Sam, if you recall from the commercials of Fruit Loops, clearly experiences synesthesia, which is a condition in which your various senses get kind of mixed up. Maybe you like smell music, or you hear words that you read, or colors are associated with numbers. In his case, he experiences colors as smells. All of the colors of the rainbow in the Fruit Loops suddenly have like fruit associated with them. Synesthesia. Next up, Count Chocula, clinical vampirism, which is a diagnosable condition, seriously. You can look it up, it's in the DSM. Clinical vampirism is named after the mythical vampire and is recognizable, although it is a rare condition, by compulsively drinking blood, or in the case of Count Chocula, chocolate blood, right? That's what's left after you eat your Count Chocula cereal, the cereal bowl, you drink it, that's chocolate blood. That's the, again, clinical term. I'm not making this up. You can look it up. It is also in the DSM. Captain Crunch. Fun fact, his full name is Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. He is a mythomaniac, right? He has clearly created this caricature, this persona of being a sea captain. Okay, first of all, he named himself Horatio Magellan. He's just straight up stealing names from actual sea captains. Next up, 3 bars on his uniform, right? That denotes a commander rank. He doesn't even know his military ranks. Everything he says is a lie. Finally, maybe finally, I don't know. I don't know why I thought this might be last. Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the tiny elves associated with Rice Krispies, psychopathy. Don't ask. Oh, this is the final slide. It's a good place to stop. We're not going to get into it. Just, you know, put them out of your mind because they've put you out of theirs. Tell you what. Next slide. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Great job.
That was fantastic. What some of you may not know is that there was a cereal themed presentation in December as well. That was amazing. I like the through line. No, it's true. All right, quick fundraising update. We are now up to $2,179 US with this fundraiser. Why? What else would it be? Anyways, thank you all so much. Greatly appreciated. I don't know about you all. I'm having a blast. So let us know, Jess, when you are ready with the next deck. Oh, you're ready.
Now, first try. It's next. Rob. So now
Rob's up next.
you're Rob, because you're in a car, I want to make sure you're ready to go before I hit go.
Oh, you may think I'm in a car, but I'm in a transportation device that can change and morph with any situation I'm in. For example, I'm giving a presentation today. So, how does that relate to being a werewolf? You are a werewolf. You must accept this. So welcome. If you're joining us from everywhere you are in the world, this is an interactive presentation. So if at any time you have a question, you go ahead and ask it in the chat because I'm here to help you along your werewolf journey. Now, the truth is you have come down to the last days as a human. Congratulations, or I am sorry. But don't worry, you are not alone, and this is a real situation. You'll never be the same. And guess what? You may be one of the most popular people at your school. You may be the head of your captain of your basketball team. You may go surfing on top of a car throughout your city. These are the advantages of being a werewolf. So what can you do? What is your typical shoe size? When I say shoe size, I mean shoe size. But do you see what's happening? I am manifesting my werewolfness with my terrible speech impediment. But guess what? Typical shoe size is not needed. You don't have to wear shoes. Congratulations. What new dance moves can you do? Well, guess what? You can now do the worm with proficiency. You can now do the Cabbage Patch. Now, here's some pros and cons. Unfortunately, if you are a werewolf, you are subject to more social media influence. You could see that as a pro or a con. You can also travel in time. This is one of the amazing pros that you have as a werewolf. The con is you may kill your loved ones. If you have no loved ones in your life, that is a pro. So think about it the most positive way you can as a werewolf. Now, here's the deal. It is midnight. The moon is being obscured by clouds. Then all of a sudden, you see a full moon. This is where you shine. This is where you are the star. And just a quick moment, be sure to purchase a raffle ticket to win a first full moon starter pack. What is included in that first full moon starter pack? You get $10 voucher to Denny's. Now, this is a really interesting thing. You're wondering, so I'm a single werewolf. Where do I go? Well, congratulations. We got Timber. And because of Timber, you can match with other werewolves like you. We will also give you the options to match with other monsters like vampires, mummies, Draculas, vampires, and Michael Jackson impersonators. Career counseling services. Now, here's the deal. This is the best shift for you. Maybe you are at a dead-end job. What you can do, you can be a chef. You never thought about being a chef. Well, what werewolves do really well is they can masticate and they can chew and create wonderful meals. You could be a pilot. You could be a dance instructor, teaching everybody to put their hands up in the air just like this and go from side to side. Now, here's some drawbacks. You can't be a night shift manager. You can't be a graphic artist. But here's the thing is when things go wrong, don't focus on how many people you killed. Focus on the people you didn't kill. Who did you not kill tonight? Think about that. That's the most important thing you can do as a werewolf is not think about how many people you killed, but why you didn't kill that vagrant homeless person. Think about that. So Bruno from Legal wants to make sure that you are protected. We have a contract, we have an association, we have solutions for you. We are inviting you now to join our team. Werewolf mentoring opportunities are open to you. We also have a sheep's clothing line, if that is something that you would like to explore, and recruitment fairs. This is Dot. Dot is one of our success stories. Be like Dot. You can be a part of this. Now, as we conclude, if you have any questions, I want to quote Duran Duran. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that quote. No questions? Anybody? Anybody's hungry like a wolf? Maybe a view to a kill. Or maybe her name was Rio and I see my time is up. Bless you, all my wolfmen and wolf people.
She danced on the sand.
That's the one. That's the one. Thank you.
Well, friends, you might still be hungry like a wolf, but as of this moment in time, our fundraiser is up to $2,232. For those who have maybe joined a little later in the evening, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. What I learned this morning is that Fun Texas Choice has a matching donor. So any donations that are made as part of this Zoom PowerPoint karaoke fundraiser will be matched at 100%. And as of right at this moment, the overall Fun Texas Choice fundraising goal is $15,000, and we are now up to $12,089. So thank you all so much for being here, for sharing laughs and sharing money for a good cause. Jess, are we ready with the next slides?
We are, and next up is Meredith. I know, very exciting, very exciting. Okay,
Woo!
I can share their slides appropriately. And we're off to go, Meredith.
I've been practicing these all day, y'all. No, I've never seen them before. The P's of Life is the title of this presentation. So thank you so much for being here with me to talk about this important topic that you may never have thought about before. But I am going to tell you why it is so important, just like the expression on this dog's face, which is not unhinged at all. And this guy who goes like this. Next slide, I guess. So, I mean, this is self-explanatory. A leprechaun, a pug dog, a kitten, this guy who has some sort of back pain, but they are all working cooperatively together to do something which will be revealed. I can't possibly explain to you yet because we need to go through the next few slides, but don't worry, all will become clear. This will be very obvious. First, let's discuss the top 5 things to do when you're procrastinating. It's not what you think from this glob on the wall. Get your minds out of the gutter. And it's not whatever that person is doing, looking at their finger. It is 5 other very important things that will also be revealed in due time. Why did the coffee file a police report, you might ask? It got mugged. Yes, that is clear from this presentation, I think, and from this photograph in which we have a number of hands and arms and embrace. Nerd love, shapes, colors. Next slide. You might be asking yourself, are there things that are harder than they look? Yes, such as, and including, but not limited to, trying to open a plastic bag with your wet hands. It's tricky if you don't have fingertips, like someone I know. Or untangling your earphones. What is an earphone, you might ask? That will also be revealed. And assembling IKEA furniture without instructions. Where do cats go on vacation? Is also a question that may be on your mind, and that's natural. Some cats wear a tiny hat or sunglasses, and some have lasers, question mark, something in their paws. Hi, Malcolm, you want to join me? I'm presenting slides that make a lot of sense. You should come join me. I have an 11-year-old who's going to help me a lot. Come. Don't make the same mistakes I once made. I could really use your help, Malcolm. Come here. Here. Loud noises could be scary. I need your help to interpret these slides, my friend. They're almost done. Look, this is clear, right? You know how to present that. Don't make the same mistakes that I once made.
Yes, and
Now, repeat after me, Malcolm.
What?
Now repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Next slide. Do you want to do the last slide?
It's never too late to give up. In summation.
Do you want to sum up the presentation? I promised a lot of things would be made clear. Is there anything that you would like to add to this very clear slide deck? It made a
Uh,
lot of sense.
no, as I just came in the end.
Out of the mouth of babes. By Felicia.
I'm
Fiend.
so confused.
Yes, and.
You're not any more confused than I am, Malcolm. Thank you for the assist, darling.
Okay.
Thank you for the star cameo by Malcolm. We are at $2,232 on the fundraiser. So I'm going to take this opportunity to show you what our presenters who win for best presentation and best slide deck will win. Your very own copy of the Shout Your Abortion book, first published, I want to say in 2018. I was right. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Also, I'm not going to put it on because you're not supposed to share hats, but this swanky hat that says abortion pills on it. Also, very fetch earrings. We're making fetch a thing now that say fuck Dobbs. So very exciting. More will be revealed, as we just heard in our previous presentation. Jess, are we ready for the next slide deck?
I got distracted by fuck Dobb earrings. Uno momento. Por
Okay.
My ears aren't even pierced and I want those.
I know, right?
I literally was like, how long do they dangle? I'll take those.
I mean, they're pretty long. Okay. Also, similar to the one I am using this evening, there are drink koozies that say abortion inside of a heart. So just
I'm
think
ready.
the fabulousness that could be yours.
All right, I am ready. Next up is the one and only Greg. Are you ready to go?
I am.
Here we go. Your slide deck is called Highlights of Pam Grier's Film Career, the first female action star. Take it away, Greg.
Who can talk about dangly earrings without talking about Pam Grier, the first female film action star? Known for taking an archery class in grade school that inspired the feathered earrings that hallmarked her storied career, Pam's story is one that we will recap in our presentation tonight at length to the point you feel like you are now a Pam Grier expert. Next slide. She was in a movie called The Big Doll House. The thing was, there weren't any dolls and the house wasn't that big. In fact, it was jail. Not a house any of us probably aspire to live in. The thing that was unique about this was Pam's yellow dress. Have you ever seen a yellow dress in jail? I know I haven't. Clearly the girl in the bottom bunk hasn't, because she didn't get one, and she and Pam are now fighting because Pam's stunt double was a Filipino man, and he got a yellow dress, but she didn't? A white woman of privilege without a yellow dress? How is this possible in today's society? Enter the hitman, necessary not only for her jail cell roommate, but becoming the next character Pam would play in life in 1971. She learned how to do the right-on move from the short Filipino man from the first story, but that's another story for another time. What you need to know is most of the dialogue in the film was improvised, much like all of the dialogue in this film right now, which you can watch for one donation to the Texas Abortion Fund of just $5. Coffee is also $5 in many places around the world, and the name of Pam Grier's next movie. Did you know that it was about a nurse? Why wouldn't it be? Nurses administer coffee all the time to themselves through their mouths, just like Pam Grier did when she said those lines that were improvised by a Filipino man in a prison. They called her coffee, and you know what? She'll cream you. That's not a dirty joke. It's just a tagline that Pam Grier uttered in 1973 from her 70 Free Foxy Brown was the thing they were saying next. She was a voluptuous black vigilante, and you know what? She took no shit. But she did take a job as a sex worker, which makes you wonder. Don't mess around with Foxy Brown is what they told us to say, but did we say it? No, because we were too busy when the film got seized. Where was it seized from? We're not sure, but the Catholics sure got upset about it. In fact, they condemned it at a conference. Who knew that they had conferences? I thought they spent all their money on legal fees. So did Friday Foster, the lead character in this 1975 movie. She was a magazine photographer. Man, I can't read all this stuff, but I'll tell you what, wham, bam, taglines galore in this amazing movie. Have you seen it? Neither have I. But you know what? I want to tell you something that I just learned tonight. She wanted Eartha Kitt to have her dressing room. Because damn it, if that white girl in prison couldn't have a yellow dress, Eartha Kitt was gonna get a dressing room. Was there a yellow dress in it? We don't know. Next slide, let's find out. Next venue, cut to Fort Apache, the Bronx. Not that kind of Apache, Don Menaste. Pam Grier played a film, not Pam Grier, a different Grier, but we're talking about this film's antagonist. What does that mean? I don't know, but it's a sex worker. There's a theme. Do you see it? I do. And you know what? 15 minutes from Manhattan, there's a place where even the cops fear to tread. And do you know where that is? My apartment. Why? I'm not sure, but I am sure that the next movie, Jackie Brown, was written specifically for Grier. There was a white character in the film too. She wasn't happy about it. Look at that face. You may be a Pan Am stewardess, but you're not. You work for a company called CA. What is that company's name? It doesn't matter. There were 6 players on the trail of $500,000 in cash. But who was playing who? That's what Jackie wanted to know. Did we find out? I'm not sure. Do you know? No, seriously, do you know? Because I actually don't know. But what I do know is that Pam Grier said things, lots of things throughout her life. Some of them she was told to say, and some of them she decided to say. These are things she decided to say. I hope I bore you and you'll never get a hard-on again. You go, girl! She also said, I love being asked at 70 to show my badonkadonk. Me too! So you know what? Seems like we've learned a lot today. We've learned that you and me and Pam Grier have a lot in common. If you don't believe me, check these fucking references, because this shit's real!
That was really something else. All right, we are at our same amount for the fundraiser. No pressure, but I am wondering if we can bump it up a little bit before the evening is over. The other thing, I'm going to reiterate Jess's offer. If anyone would like to present the bonus slide deck, because this is just too much fun and you don't want the evening to end in the middle of the week at the end of the semester, please message me and let me know, and I will gladly set you up with our very final slide deck. But speaking of slide decks, Jess, are we ready for the next one?
We are. Steve, I hope.
Thank you. Leah points out if you talk faster, people will spend more money. So that's a word to the wise to the next presenter.
What?
Steve,
What?
are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Okay, your topic is not hot dogs.
Not About Hot Dogs by Frank Weiner. This is really exciting because I bet none of you have any idea what's coming up next. Is anything on that page about what it is when none of these are hot dogs? We've got a computer, we got peace, we've got some ASCAP logo, we've got a Shazam bolt. All of these things have nothing to do with hot dogs. So an introduction, so many presentations about hot dogs, except for this one. This is definitely not sponsored by the anti-hot dog lobby. Many presentations are about hot dogs, but allow me to say, and I'll tell you what this is really about. This sounds like a children's book, doesn't it? What is this book really about? No one knows, but you know, here I am. This is a crypt where hot dogs are not made. You know how you've heard the term where the sausage is made? Well, that would apply to hot dogs, which are technically a sausage. And you've got the same smiling computer there and the same bolt. What do we know about it? We know it's page 3. If you go down through that door, maybe you will see what this presentation is about. Maybe you won't. Maybe this is a mind fuck. Maybe you are in a hospital and you're like, wait, did this person get into the hospital because they ate too many hot dogs? Is this the National Hot Dog Eating Championships? No one knows. Is this where you go to get your stomach pumped after you have had 65 hot dogs, Mr. Kobayashi? No, this is a place where the computer still smiles at you and says, you're thinking about a hot dog. Hallways. All right, so these are not staircases, bananas, airplanes, or hot dogs. Hot. Some are hot. What else can hallways be, you might ask? Could it be like that thing where you throw a hot dog down a hallway. Bad joke. Never make that joke. That's a horrible joke to make. That is misogynist. It is exclusionary. It stigmatizes sex. Dogs, but you love them. Ample room to run. Who else runs in hallways? Allow me to list 6.5 more examples of things that aren't hot dogs. First, you need work experience. All right, what work experience do I relate to hallways? Are there hot dogs in these hallways? Why am I still talking about hot dogs when really we're here to talk about hallways? Did you go to college? No. Well, then, hot dogs. Have you ever gotten a hot dog from Costco? They're the best ones. You know, Costco has hallways, but to go in the hallway, you have to ask to use the bathroom. Oh my gosh. All right, 3 hidden features. These hallways have hidden features. Let's find them together. Now, out of these doors, I am counting 9 doors. Now, 8 of them have hot dogs behind them, but one of them doesn't. And a free hot dog to the person who can correctly guess which one of these does not have a hot dog behind it. Shazam. I love that little lightning bolt here. Is that a hint? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe this slide is clearly more than 30 seconds. Okay, here is a famous hallway. You might be saying the famous hallway. No, this is a famous hallway. Now on this, I'm counting 17 different places that could be doors or could be windows. You don't know. Is there a way out of here? And look how you're drawn towards the very end. And you're like, am I in one giant hot dog? Is this world one hot dog? Is that you've heard the leaves of grass analogy? We're just an atom on a leaf of grass. Well, what if it's really a hot dog, suckers? All right. The gold standard. Now, one thing you may not know is that the Wizard of Oz was really a story about the gold standard and criticizing it, and that people really wanted silver because that was populism. You know what else is populist? Hot dogs. Everyone eats them from rich to poor. Sam Walton ate hot dogs. He loved them. That is why Walmart has hot dogs to this day. But the gold standard for any food is really a hot dog. Peace. And there's that Shazam still. Shazam loves hot dogs. Billy Batson, he would turn into Shazam. And really, Shazam is an ancient Mesopotamian word for hot dogs. And here we are. Here's a dog who has a smile. You might say that smile looks like a hot dog. No, it doesn't. That's on you, you pervert. That is a dog with a different smile, and he has a condition. Questions? I think not. Peace.
Oh dear.
All right, friends, I think we might be getting just about to the end here. Our current tally for our fundraiser this evening is at $2,252. It is not too late for you to contribute. We are getting Fund Texas Choice that much closer to their goal of $15,000 for the NNAF fund-a-thon for this year. I've put the link back in the chat. I have not heard from anybody who's volunteering to give a bonus presentation. That is still an available option, but I do believe we have our next and possibly final official presenter up next.
That is true, Caitlin. And I would like, for those of us that carried over from the birthday party, I would like to announce that I dared Caitlin to actually present. So, Caitlin, you are the next presenter. Congratulations, as you didn't tell me to not do it. And
I would like to pause the action just for a moment because Christian is about to join us for this final presentation because I need him here for moral support. So he will be logging on very shortly. In the meanwhile, I can model some more Shout Your Abortion swag. We have as follows: a magnet that says abortion is normal. Also on the back side of it is a hand mirror. Also, it's a magnet. You know what I'm saying. Anyhow, also there is a button that says abortion access is a community responsibility. And we have done nothing this evening but prove that true. So thanks everyone. What else? What are other? Oh, and we have stickers. This is for plancpills.org. You can put these all over your town if you get the swag pack so that people can get information about how to get access to abortion pills and share that in your community. Okay,
Exciting news.
it's a,
Kristen has joined us.
it's
And
true.
I would like to throw out one more offer. People who have not presented this time, please message Caitlin directly because I made the deck. If we're going to use it, it's weird. It'll be fine. And you could do it if you haven't already presented. So, because Caitlin is so brave, Caitlin is going to present. Very exciting. Okay.
Very exciting.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
In case anyone thinks we might be cheating, Caitlin did not look at any of the slides at all and did the
Nope.
pairing based on one word from the title. So that might be the only previous knowledge that Caitlin would have. And I am going to share slides. Are you ready, Caitlin?
I was born ready.
And last call.
My mom's here. You can ask her. I was born ready.
Please send a message directly to Caitlin if you are interested in doing a presentation for funsies. It's not part of the poll, but just for fun. But with that said, Caitlin, your topic.
Let's do this.
Sports games and their basic rules, a greater understanding, well-known pastimes.
I am looking at the Zoom. Could I see the slides, please?
No,
Okay. Well, I know some things about a sport.
no, hold on. I don't know why.
All right, all
that
right.
happened.
I'm
There
ready.
you go.
Fantastic. Okay. Sports games and their basic rules. I'm guessing that most of you, if you're here for this presentation today, think that you know about sports. I'm here to tell you that you do not. I am planning to really educate you on the greater understanding of well-known past times, by which I mean ancient sports games that were played before any of us were born. Next slide, please. So what we see here in this slide is several people doing things that they have never done before in their lives, but they are being captured doing these things a very long time ago by someone with a very sophisticated camera. There are nets, there are balls, there's a heavy barbell, there's even a swimming pool. One of the folks in this screen, and I'm really trying to remember who, because I have a confession to make, folks. I've given this presentation dozens of times. In this particular instance, these are not my slides, but I am 112% sure that I still know more about sports and particularly twin swimming than anybody in this room. So twin swimming, what you need to know about twin swimming is that you start with the bathing suits and everything else goes from there. Not the skill, not the routine, not even the coach. No, this is strictly about the bathing costume. You might be thinking, bathing costumes, that makes me think of Playland by the Sea or some other ancient seaside pastime with wool. But no, you can't do these kinds of routines in wool. This game, on the other hand, is absolutely played in costumes made of wool, ideally also with an iron guard over the top. And I'll tell you why iron, because look at the number of heavy items. There's a flag, there's a giant soccer ball, there's a bowling ball. I think people are going to be throwing that. So you want to be fully protected in order to engage in this activity. Now, you might be wondering, is it better to win the trophy or is it better to win the blue ribbon? Unfortunately, these hieroglyphs are from so long ago that nobody knows how to interpret them anymore. Now, this is a very special picture. I know I told you these aren't my slides, but I know this elephant very well. This elephant was my middle school basketball coach. And my middle school basketball coach always said, be sure to play with at least 2 balls, because then if you don't get one in the net, you'll probably get the other one in the net. And boy, did that prove to be true. It really allowed me to be the top scoring forward on the Jayhawks junior varsity basketball team in 1991. Perfect. Okay. These are activities that are best left to the experts, but I will try to explain. Do you see the person in the bottom right corner of the pyramid holding a broom? She's cleaning up after all of these people. That's how ridiculous all of these activities are. And, you know, you might be wondering, what do all of the words say in there? And the truth is, I don't really know. But this slide is really about activities that you go based on your gut. You don't really need language to explain an activity where you're sitting up, where you're about to get rolled over by a bicycle. Okay, so again, not my slides. And when I make a pie chart, it doesn't look like this. For one thing, That's a very large percentage of undisclosed body parts that are being utilized for whatever this ancient sporting activity is. That's nearly 1/5 of the body parts are as yet undisclosed. However, 10.62% ankle is about right, especially if you wear the wrong shoes. Next slide, please. So all of these terms have to do with the upcoming 2032 Olympics that will be taking place in Syracuse, New York. I know you're thinking, I didn't know the Olympics were taking place in Syracuse, New York. I didn't either until 5 minutes before I was handed these slides to give this presentation. But I have to tell you, some of the new activities that are coming along, this mascot frog named Chucker, for example, are, I think, really going to increase the Olympics ratings from what they've been in the most recent years. So Syracuse, get ready, because by 2050, you are going to make the sports almanac, because we are going to make Olympics history. That looks like math. It also looks like chemistry. Those are both things, frankly, that I am better at than sports. However, everybody knows that if you include baseball, football, boxing, horse racing, and more, you will surely ace the AP algebra exam. Next slide, please. This is nacho slide. Next slide, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we go back to the nachos? There was something else I needed to add about that. I'm so sorry. The thing is, I don't use sources because the nachos are self-explanatory. Thank you. Alrighty, so I have received 2 competing volunteers to do the bonus slide deck. Although one has, Leah, may I share this message, because this sums up the whole thing. This person do you mind? Because this person has said that perhaps they could be persuaded, but they have promised their partner that they won't be loud as fuck in the room right next to the one where he is trying to watch a Criterion Collection film. So I think that speaks for itself. So Leah, maybe we will not interrupt the Criterion Collection unless you really want to annoy Doug, but Pat has also volunteered to give the bonus slide deck. Your choice, Leah.
There's just a lot of oppression in this household, which is why this is a really important cause.
It seems imperative that Leah goes then, I think, really.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Absolutely
Whoever
not.
else
All right.
can do.
All right, fair enough. All right, so then let's have Pat do the final presentation of the evening. And in the meantime, Rob, this could be interesting. Rob and Pat are going to tag team. In the meanwhile, I am going to put, well, you know what, I'll wait until the end and then we'll do the poll to determine who had the best official slides and the best official presentation of somebody else's slides. How does that sound? Jess, we are ready when you are with your bonus slide deck. And it sounds like it's going to be Pat, I don't want to say Pat v. Rob, Pat and Rob, question mark. Pat and Rob, love it, perfect. Jess, are we ready?
Can't wait.
All right, let's do this.
I will allow my esteemed colleague to start the conversation for the sake of all of us.
No, this is a wonderful opportunity for Pat and I. We've been doing research on this for years.
That's
on
true.
my thumb, he played. Now, this is quite a very unique presentation. It's about leprechauns that play on thumbs. Is
That's
that right?
true.
Did I get that right, Pat?
That is,
we've been
yeah,
researching this for years.
leprechauns, sprites, nymphs, small rodents that are dressed in such costuming. Yes, indeed. Now, as you can see from our first slide, this was our test case himself. His name was Herv. Herv is a long storied past. Rob, would you be able to speak to that just a little bit?
Well, the thing is, you might recognize him from The Man with the Golden Gun or from Fantasy Island. Often speaking, de plane, de plane, de plane. But the thing about Herv, he was open to our feedback and also to our methodology that would change his life forever. We dressed him in this small outfit. That's when he met his soon-to-be wife, Nicki Minaj. Tell him how that happened, how that all came to pass.
I
Pat.
mean, it was beautiful. It was lovely and beautiful. For starters, she thought that he was nearby, but when in fact he was underneath her coat because he got in there because he's so small that she spun and then he was in there. And then she said, "Ooh, you're in there." And then it was cute. It was like a meet cute, but with buns touching. So,
and the fun thing about this, not a lot of people know that he inspired Nicki Minaj to write the song Anaconda.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
knack. Tell us a little bit more about knack, Pat.
Yeah, well, when you have the knack for an anaconda, you need to create another experience for your users. And
Yes.
I think we can all say in our hearts, everyone can nod at this, that we all have a knack for the anaconda. That's just too soon. Okay, no, that's fair. Mixed companies, got it. Now listen, the patty. The patty is a derogatory term for Irish people, but I think if we're going to talk about derogatory terms, Rob really should take the forefront on that.
Well, here's the thing: is when you first think of this, you think of whack, give a dog a bone.
Yep.
But the thing is, we need to move away from whacking, giving dogs a bone, and just focus on what the patty brings to society.
But the whack
now,
is
speaking
important.
of whacks,
yeah, the whack is important.
Right.
It's important.
But the thing is, if you spell whack with an H, it's okay. Whack without an H, you want to move away from that.
Yeah.
So how often are you whacking your own gopher?
How
Pat?
often, I dare ask, are you hacking your own gopher? That's what we need to think about. Really, all of us.
All you have to do is just change the emphasis on the syllables.
For instance, could
Now,
this
here's
be
the-
good boy or could this be goodbye? It's important.
Or
Emphasis is important.
good boy,
Good boy.
right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing is, he does have a bone.
Don't we all? In our hearts, friends.
But if he were to pick it, he would actually have beef with you.
Mm-hmm.
To see where we're going with this?
Do you
I
see
know it may
where
be
we're going?
convoluted.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not convoluted. It's real.
Now, here's the thing is, this was the actual model for Carl for Up. How
Yeah.
does he relate to all this, Pat? I know it may seem out of left
That's
field, but why?
That's fair. Now, as we all know from Carl, I got nothing. He's a delightful man.
You know what? He was actually the first model to give his dog a bone.
There we go. Great. Got it. Yep. That was it. I'm sorry. I'm having an aneurysm. Now, is this the end or is this just the beginning? How long can we stare at each other until? Now,
So, Pat, this is actually where we met. We met at the play mill.
we did. I was wearing a nice, lovely sweater vest that day, green and green. That's me there with my bob.
So, in the end,
yeah,
we remember this moment by saying knick-knack, paddywhack.
Give a trout a dog. That's right? Is that right? That's what it is. No? Too
Well,
soon?
it was. It is too soon.
I mean, it is.
We're
now,
letting-
is it, thank you for having us. So can people take back their donations? Is that, are they allowed?
Well, the good news is the abortion funding is still there. The also good news is I've never seen a tag team PowerPoint karaoke like that before. For now, thank you all so much. That was fantastic. I had a blast. I'm sweating. But what I'm going to do is ask everybody to first vote for what you think were the best slides. Remember, don't overthink it. There's no rubric. It's just vibes pretty much. And what I'm going to ask you to do is go to this link where it should be active. Your other option is to do it by text, where you can, I'll put that in the chat as well. Fantastic. We are going to text 2 number is 37607. You are going to text Caitlin Nye 120.
Caitlin, can you say that again? The link's not working. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. Okay, thank God. I can't follow directions, as Caitlin well knows.
Fantastic. It's not where, okay, let's see. It should be active, but also you can use the texting feature where you can, the 2 number will be 37607. You can text, the body of the message will be Caitlin Nye 120, and that should bring you to our first. It's so funny. This was the only other tech hiccup that we had last year too. So let's see how we do.
The texting also did not work for me.
Oh, disappointing. Hold on.
Maybe it's just me though. Is anyone else getting in?
Well, I don't see anybody else responding yet. So let's try. Okay. I'm going to put the link in
The
again.
texting worked for me. I just didn't do it all caps. I did it just the C capitalized.
All righty. Oh, I'm on like pins and needles, hoping this will work. It should bring you to.
Sure doesn't.
It sure doesn't. Oh, disappointing. All righty. Let's see.
So
We have a pit bull here, if that's helpful.
I don't know if this is, I am usually the technologically challenged one. So I just texted 37607 and then as the number, and then in the box, capital CAITLINNYE, all lowercase, 120, no spaces. And then it sent me the link.
All right, I put a different link in as well. Let's hope that one works, or what Jess just described.
The new link works.
Yay! Thank you. Phew. All righty. I'm watching. A response has come in.
I assume there's a no voting for yourself rule.
That would constitute overthinking it. So
just really want that swag.
I feel like that's just like not true because I'm pretty sure presidential candidates go and vote for themselves. Like, come on, they totally do.
Oh, 100%. Of course they do. All righty. We've got votes coming in. We're going to watch this live in real time. Everybody ready?
It did not work for me. I just somehow subscribed to Poll Everywhere. So that is technologically savvy.
Amazing. Welcome. Now you can use Poll Everywhere. All righty. I'm going to keep this open until people tell me, yep, I voted, we're all good. Let's see. My turn for technical challenges. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. Anybody still trying to get in and vote? Just give me a shout.
I don't know. I don't know how to vote for 3 people, Caitlin. This is way too complicated.
I think you have to reach. I think the 3 of you have to reach consensus amongst yourselves.
All right, then fair enough.
I'm really sad that I missed Sudoku Sucks. I
we can share that presentation with you after the webinar is over if you'd like.
We actually recorded because that's how nerdy I am. And it was well worth it. It was fantastic. Pat kicked us off right. It was fantastic.
For research purposes later.
All righty. Anybody else going once, going twice? All righty. So our winning slide, oh, whoa, hold on. Where'd you come from? All right. Amazing. All right, so it looks like our winning slide deck is So You're a Werewolf, but I'll give it another minute. You know, the suspense is killing everybody. Also, for those of you who may be new to this activity, we had more presenters in December, and it's kind of worked out great because last time we were all here until almost 11 o'clock at night and on the East Coast, and it was a lot. So good news, that won't be happening. All right, we're going to go to, I'm going to stop sharing here because Lord only knows what will happen. Absentee votes. Literally, yes, we were hand counting until 2 in the morning. It was really wild. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here and we'll go to our next poll in just a moment. Hopefully it works a little more smoothly this time. But now you will be voting for the best presentation of someone else's slides. So let's see here. Okay.
If only
I'm
there
gonna
was
put
a
this.
musician standing at a piano who could possibly play filler music if he hadn't drank.
I
any.
mean, seriously, you could hear me singing filler music, or
All right.
oh, I missed the hanging Chad's comment. Darn it. Okay.
Sitting in the morning sun, I was sitting when the evening comes over, watching the ships roll in.
I made the same mistake again. Hold up. Here is the response link. Give this a try, y'all, and let's see if you can vote for the best presentation of someone else's slides. Excellent. All right, I see a couple people are in. Oh, the music stopped. It got real serious again.
I had to vote. You gotta vote.
You got to get out the vote, everybody.
Greg, I don't know if that's a bottle of wine or a 5-week-old.
What's that?
Your delay.
I was just down in Daytona, Florida. They call that the Wildwood of Florida. Have you ever been to Wildwood, New Jersey? They have a tram card. Oh, it gets annoying. Just tell me when you got the votes in. Some people call me the space cowboy. Some call me the gangster love.
All right. Anybody still need to get their vote in or get their vote out?
Sure, Leah.
Oh, Lydia wants to make requests. I tried that already. I got shot down, just FYI.
No, I just didn't really know it.
It's only because I requested Freebird, which is totally fair.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
The theme from Forrest Gump. Is that like a piano instrumental?
I made a request and he immediately learned a song. This is a very talented human being.
All right, final roundup for voting.
Bum, 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 bum. Whoa.
Final roundup for voting. All right, going once, going twice. All righty. Well, we have, it seems, a pretty clear winner here. Congratulations to Greg for your presentation of the highlights of Pam Grier's film career. Very good. Fantastic. Now, we're going to reveal the winner for the best slides. It was a little closer over here. So You're a Werewolf. So, guys, don't be mad. Those are my slides.
You deserve it.
But Well, you know, saved on the shipping. Thanks, question mark. It's true. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for participating. So I'm going to give you the final count of what we raised based on everyone's generous contributions this evening, as well as the anonymous match donor for Fund Texas Choice. We are up to $2,302, everybody. We did that. Thanks, Mom. Mom says the fix was in. It's true, but it wasn't because, you know. Thank you all so much. I mean, when I looked at this earlier in the week, I thought, oh my gosh, I have no idea what's going to happen. And we did this. We beat my fundraising goal by over $300. I laughed very hard. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as well. This was so much fun. I am hopeful to do this again sometime because it seems like a fun and goofy way to raise money for something that is super duper important to me. So thank you all so much for coming. And Jess, thank you so much for being the Zoom DJ for this experience. That was amazing and helped a lot. So thank you so much for that and for bringing so many people together from so many different parts of my life, your life, all over the country. Just really appreciate all of you being here. So thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Greg,